Now, budget setting is one of the things that a lot of people struggle with in Google Ads. A lot of people struggle with how much should they spend in their campaigns, the first week, maybe the first day, the first month, and so on. And when should they increase it? And, that's a reasonable question because no one wants to spend money and not see those returns and just run ads and blow all the budget. Now, I always advise advertisers to start with a small budget. I work with even some large clients, and a lot of them didn't start spending thousands per month or even per day. They started with like £300, $500, and then they increased it as time went on. And that's fine. That's how almost everybody should start because you want to start with a small budget and then continue to refine your ads and your searches and your keywords and block anything that's not working as you manage it. In other courses, you see some of the ideas that I share regarding increasing budgets, how to optimize your budgets, how to increase your return on ad spend, and so on. So that's key. Now, in Google Ads, we generally set daily budgets at the campaign level. So you set the amount that you want to spend. So, for example, if you want to spend £300 a month and you have your ads running 30 days per month, actually, the average number of days in a month is 30.4. So you take that 300 and you divide it by 30.4 or 30, that's fine. So then you'll be able to come up with your daily budget. um, Google will sometimes send you a recommendation. Says advertise in your country commonly use a budget for at least £12, which is fine. You set whatever you want. You have total control of what you spend. And when you set that, you will get an idea of how many clicks, what your average cost per acquisition is, average cost per click, based on the keywords that we've added earlier. But this is just estimate and it's not always accurate. And you will see that when you run your ads. But it gives you a good idea, and sometimes it really helps, and you can optimize towards that. Now, one thing a lot of advertisers struggle with when they set up ads, they run their campaign and they notice that on some days they are spending more than the daily limit, the daily maximum limit. So, for example, they put £10 and they find they spent £20. Now, that shouldn't worry you because Google won't charge you more than your daily budget multiplied by the number of days in a month. As they say here, they won't charge you more than your daily budget times the average number of days in a month. So it is a benefit in some ways, and you get a lot more traffic sometimes, but you only pay the limit, the maximum amount. But remember, if you're constantly updating your budgets, increasing it, reducing it throughout the month, that really changes things. And you may sometimes pay slightly more or slightly less, depending on what you've actually done. Now, some days you're going to spend less than your limit, and that's fine. But if you spend less than your daily limit consistently, you only charge for what you spend. You won't be charged £300 because you've set it as £10 times 30 days. You only get charged for what you actually spend based on the clicks that you're getting to your website, based on your cost per click and the number of clicks that you're getting. But if you are charged, if you spend more than your daily limit, you won't be charged more. So that's one of the good things about Google Ads. So you can then just set it there and then just see what it does. Another thing you can do if you wanted, when you now have multiple campaigns later, you can use shared budgets in tools and settings. So if you go in there, you can set one shared budget and assign it to as many campaigns as you want. That's good because it allows you to control the actual spend, because say you've got 10 campaigns and each of them have got their own separate budget, it becomes harder to monitor that. But if you've got a shared budget, it just one budget for all the campaigns, and you can just easily see how much you're spending totally and then control that. In other courses to do with management and so on, I'm going to take you through some of those features. So check out those courses as they come out and just see how budget setting is so important in Google Ads.